Hello everybody, welcome back to Danganronpa. Last time I'm pretty sure we incriminated Mondo, or a suspicion fell on him. I haven't fucking played in a long time, so I'm kinda hazy. But now we're back, school's over, I recovered from my sickness, let's get going.
Yeah! He would never do something like that! This is a false accusation!
I think you literally knew him like a brother for a day. How do you know?
It's true. My reasoning on that is pretty shaky.
Well, okay, then I've lost faith already. Awesome.
That was fast.
Damn.
Well, this does present us with a problem. It seems we are all out of leads.
Kyoko, what are you doing? Come on. Give me something.
My time has nearly come.
What does that mean?
That's what my little ghost friend is telling me.
Oh yeah, that reminds me. Hifumi, weren't you telling me you'd found some evidence?
Really? What kind of evidence?
It's gonna be some pointless shit. Watch.
Actually, now that I'm thinking about it here calmly, it might not be all that relevant.
Just tell me.
Jeez, does your confidence just get up and walk away? It's fine, man. Just tell us.
If you really insist, then...
It's gonna be some dumb shit.
Here it is.
What do you have there?
It happens to be an e-handbook. I found it laying on the ground, so I scooped it up.
You found it on the ground, right? Then it must belong to... Chihiro's, I think, is the only one that's missing, right?
I got it! We know Chihiro's handbook was missing from the scene of the crime, right?
Yup. We're goated.
For a fact.
Yup.
For a fact indeed.
Why is it gray, though?
I was totally sure I'd found it.
Then it must hold some clue about the culprit, right?
Well, that's what I was hoping. But it's busted.
Oh, that's
it won't
why.
even turn on.
I imagine the culprit broke it to get rid of any evidence after the murder.
But Monokuma was all like, that shit can't break, that shit's invincible. And how'd you break it?
That's odd. I didn't think the handbooks were quite so fragile.
You're right. They're not.
See?
They're totally waterproof and shock resistant. It would take an awful lot to break one.
And yet, this one does appear to be broken. As is Leon's, sitting useless in the main hall. For all your confidence, that is a remarkably high failure rate.
Do you think there might be some kind of mystery in there somewhere? How precisely did the handbooks get broken?
What's similar here between Leon's and Chihiro's? What's the similarity here? How did the handbook break? There's only one possible explanation. By exploiting a bug or by hitting its weak point. Weak point, right?
I got it!
Yes!
You already told us before that the handbook has one weak point, didn't you?
Not gonna lie, I don't remember, but yeah, we'll go with it.
You remember that? Sure, maybe I let that slip, but I never told anyone what the weak point actually was.
Aim for its head.
But if the handbook is supposed to never break, and two of them broke in quick succession, then...
So, Leon's probably... The weak point was probably hit because he got pummeled with fucking baseballs. So what about Chihiro?
Then we can only assume that someone's figured out its weakness. You know what the weakness is, right, Monokuma? So, what is it?
He's not gonna tell us.
You're asking me?
I think it's a necessary piece of information if you want this to be a fair trial.
But if I tell you, and someone else decides to copy it, that would be very not good.
He's gonna add it to the school rules, huh?
Just tell us already! Why would we want to break our own handbooks?
Oh well, I have a weakness for pushy demands. But you're sure you won't follow their example?
Tell us, bitch.
Then allow me to make a special announcement. The weak point of my cutting-edge e-handbook is...
The head.
When it's exposed to high temperatures for too long, it will suffer a meltdown and totally break!
Huh? Then what the fuck happened to Leon's?
I
I flippin' knew it!
No, you didn't.
You knew it?
Yeah, because I found the handbook laying on the floor of the sauna.
Never mind, he did know it.
The temperature in the sauna can reach over 200 degrees. Strange how you don't get burnt, huh? It's because as your sweat evaporates, it creates a cooling layer of air around your skin.
Is this man seriously explaining science to me? You're a fucking bear, you don't sweat.
If the hot air of the sauna were somehow pushed directly onto your skin, you'd definitely get fried. That layer of air would get blown away. That's why you may feel a burning when you move around. So when you're in a sauna, make sure to keep nice and still.
Wow, interesting. I learned one new fact today.
Not the time.
That is a mere trifling speck of knowledge.
Anyway, if you found the victim's handbook in the sauna, then the killer must have been purposely trying to raise its temperature in order to break it.
True.
Meaning the culprit somehow knew its weakness.
But how'd they find out? Monokuma said he didn't tell anyone, right?
So they probably broke their own. Which means by process of elimination, we know that, fucking Hiyotaka was in there, and Mondo was in there because they were both in that fucking sweaty boy contest. So we just gotta check their handbooks, I guess.
Indeed. Quite the mystery.
And if they're both broken, we're cooked.
What if they found out by accident?
What do you mean by accident?
What if the killer took their own handbook into the sauna, not knowing its weakness, and it broke?
And fucking what's his face? Hirotaka, I think? Yeah, that guy. He was naked when he was in there. Which means he didn't take his, which means it has to be Mondo's. So just check that shit.
They'd realize it was broken, of course, and it wouldn't be hard to figure out why. And once they had Chihiro's handbook, they knew they had an easy way to dispose of it.
I won't say it's not possible, but who would have done something like that?
Mondo, bro.
I don't know of anyone who took their handbook into the sauna.
Mondo.
I might know someone who did.
Whoa, seriously?
I think the one who may have taken their handbook into the sauna was...
Why are you crying? Who might have brought their handbook into the sauna? It had to be the one who wore all their clothes to the sauna. It was... Forgot the controls for a second. Bye, Mondo.
Answer.
Goodbye. I'm sorry. You're a decent
Mondo,
person.
Your handbook got broken in the sauna, didn't it?
What? Why? Why do you keep accusing him?
Because he's the only one. Name somebody else.
Mondo and Taka had an endurance contest in the sauna not too long ago, remember? And for the contest, Mondo just so happened to keep his school uniform on. But little did he realize, he'd also left his handbook in one of his uniform pockets. And when it was all over, Mondo discovered that taking your handbook into the sauna could easily destroy it.
Mm-hmm. You spittin', bro. You spittin'.
No, wait, hold on. You've got it all wrong. He would never kill. I don't accept this. Show me the proof. The actual solid proof.
I mean, I don't want to believe it either, but I found something that proves it beyond a shadow of a doubt. Okay. What's the bullet? Okay.
Let's test Makoto's assertion.
Okay.
If what he says is correct, then Mondo, you broke your own handbook.
In other words, if Mondo's handbook is actually broken, then that proves that what Makoto said is right.
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine.
Oh, I see.
See? Look! Makoto was wrong after all!
What's
Mondo
the
wouldn't hurt a fly!
What's the fast forward button on this? Was it tab? I'm sure Mondo's handbook broke during the sauna showdown. If I could just prove it, then that will show that the handbook Mondo must actually be.
Let's test Makoto's assertion.
Well,
If what he says is correct, then Mondo, you broke your own handbook.
In other words, if Mondo's handbook is actually broken, then that proves that what Makoto said is right.
What's the fast
Well,
forward?
my goddamn handbook works just fine.
Damn it!
See? Look! Makoto was wrong after all! Mondo wouldn't hurt a fly!
Let's test Makoto's assertion. If what he says is correct, then Mondo, you broke your own handbook.
Hold up. Control.
In other words, if then that proves...
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine.
What? How?
See?
Excuse me?
Makoto was wrong. Mondo wouldn't hurt a fly!
What?
Let's test if what he says you broke your own. In other words, if then that proves...
Well, my god...
Fuck. Excuse me? Yes!
No, that's wrong.
Yes! I have the aim of a troglodyte, but I got it!
Mondo, the handbook you have right now, is it really yours?
No.
The fuck is that supposed to mean?
The broken handbook that was in the main hall, isn't that one actually yours?
Ooh. I didn't even think about that.
What the heck are you talking about?
Show me the handbook, Mondo.
What I mean is, I think Mondo swapped his handbook out for one that actually works. I think he took Leon's handbook and replaced it with his own. After all, Monokuma said himself that Leon's handbook never should have broken.
That's right! The punishment it suffered wasn't nearly enough to destroy it.
So then, the broken handbook in the main hall is actually Mondo's, which would mean that the handbook Mondo has right now is actually Leon's, yes?
But doesn't that violate the school regulation that says loaning out your handbook is prohibited?
Well, here's how I look at it.
You can't loan something if you're fucking dead.
There is a rule about loaning your handbook to another student, but if they're dead, they're not a student. It's kind of a gray area, I admit. But no worries. If anything, it just makes things more interesting. As such, I decree that exchanging handbooks with a corpse is not a violation of the rules.
Well, Mondo, if I'm wrong about this, you're welcome to say so. I'm happy to admit I made a mistake, but...
Son of a bitch! What's wrong, bro? Come on! Tell him he's wrong!
Oh, is he gonna be a good guy and admit it?
You are wrong! You have to be wrong! Everything you just said is wrong! You made it all up!
Where's the proof, man? Where's the proof?
Okay, then why don't we look back on this case one more time, from the beginning? That way, everything will become clear, and we'll all see if I was right or wrong.
Oh boy. Okay. Yup. No. Yes. Yes. Okay. Okay. Yes. Where the... Okay. What the fuck? Okay. Actually, this is supposed to go there, right? Yes. Uh-huh. So what's left? What's supposed to go here?
The killer
Alright,
is...
let's see.
You!
Hopefully I get this.
First, let's take a look back to before the incident.
Great, good start.
Last night, Celeste saw Chihiro in the warehouse, correct?
Very nice.
At the time, she was apparently stuffing something into a duffel bag.
Drugs.
That something was a blue tracksuit. You can confirm this, right, Celeste?
Oh, did something fuck up?
With bag in hand, Chihiro headed out, even though it was officially nighttime.
Okay.
She made her way to the locker room, specifically the boys' locker room.
Yup.
But how could the victim, who was apparently a girl, access the boys' locker room?
Because it's a dude.
Simple. Because she was really a he.
Okay.
Which is why he was able to use his own e-handbook to gain entrance to the boys' locker room.
Goated.
Once inside, he met with someone there. And the person he met was the one who killed him.
And then he died.
It seems likely that the killer grabbed the nearby dumbbell, approached the unsuspecting Chihiro, and attacked him. And that's where the bloodstains on the poster and carpeting in the boys' locker room came from.
Yup.
It was likely in the heat of the moment. The body was arranged, but the murder itself felt unplanned.
Yup.
Which is why the killer hurried to try and hide the act. First, pulling up the bloodstained carpet, then removing the bloody poster.
No, I didn't lay out my reasoning right. I need to what the fuck? So... it's either the door or the dumbbell. Because it can't be them putting the poster back up. Because that's after all this shit happens. And it's not this, clearly, by process of elimination. Let's try dumbbell.
The killer is you! Which is why the killer hurried to try and then remove...
Okay. What the fuck? No! Are you... this is a... the Alright.
The killer is you! Which is then removed...
What? How? Okay, not the dumbbell, not the doorknob. But that's them putting the poster back up? Wait, what if this goes here, this goes here?
Here's exactly what happened. Which is
Okay.
why the killer hurt, then removing
Yes. Great.
and finally carrying the corpse into the girls' locker room. A
Okay.
girl's handbook was necessary to get into the locker room, of course, but this alone doesn't prove that the killer was necessarily a girl. After all, Sayaka and Junko's handbooks had been placed in the main hall. Using one of those, a boy could get into the girls' locker room without much problem.
Yes.
And that's exactly how the killer did it. With the carpet and the poster they brought with them, they got to work. They changed the layout of the boys' and girls' locker room in what you might call a crime scene switch.
Why'd you say it like that? That's so cheesy and corny.
That could have been the end of things, but no. Byakuya discovered the body and decided to intervene in the situation, making things even more complicated.
Because he's a little bitch.
So, after stumbling on the crime scene, he went and grabbed the extension cord from the library, and then he got to work. He used the cord to string up Chihiro's lifeless body. Then, using the victim's own blood, he left a grisly message there at the scene of the crime. He wanted to create the illusion that Genocide Jack was responsible for the slaughter. And around the same time that Byakuya was putting together this facade, the killer, having already disposed of Chihiro's bag and other belongings, arrived at the sauna.
Okay.
There, they planned to destroy the last piece of evidence, Chihiro's handbook.
Yes.
And just as the killer expected, the steamy sauna was enough to ruin the electronic gadget. Somehow, the killer knew that the handbook couldn't stand up to the heat of the sauna. And the reason they knew that is because the sauna had already wrecked their own handbook. And that's how it all played out. Isn't that right, Mondo Arata?
You poor soul, bro. Well, he's gone now. He's dying.
Wait. No. This can't be right.
But it is.
Where's your evidence? Yeah. Where's your evidence?
We literally laid it out on the table. Like, where's your evidence?
You need evidence. You need proof.
I just gave it, man. Put him to death already.
Without any proof, you can't pin any of this on him.
Why are you defending him? You're going to die. Evidence that Mondo's the killer. That already revealed itself earlier in the trial. If I could somehow show where Mondo's handbook is right now. Once I do that, everything will become clear. Oh, absolutely. They did that on purpose. They named it that on purpose. I can't say that. I'll get cancelled. I'm an Indian man. Let's talk a little bit about fever time and negative time. During a bullet time battle, if you press the space key, fever time will activate, and the tempo will be forced to its max. At this point, even if you push the buttons at random, you won't miss. So you can push right mouse button, left mouse button, right mouse button, left mouse button, however you want to destroy the opponent's verbal assault. But this only lasts until your focus gauge runs out, so make the best possible use of your time. Of course, it won't be fair if only you got to access this special time, right? So we've also prepared something called negative time that your opponent can use. If the opponent activates negative time during the bullet time battle, your tempo marker will disappear, making it quite a bit tougher to hit the buttons in rhythm. If you were to activate fever time at this point, no, never mind. I'm sure nothing would happen. I don't know what I was worried about. Unsurprisingly, if your action and difficulty is set to gentle, the opponent won't use negative time. Well then, good luck and have fun. Time to fight this bitch.
Show me some evidence. You're wrong. I won't listen. I refute you. False. Show me some evidence. I won't listen. False. I refuse to vote. Show me some evidence. You're wrong. I won't listen. I refute you. False.
I hate you.
Show me some evidence. I won't listen. False. You're corrupt. I refuse to vote.
Fuck. Nobody believes me. No one wants to hear what I fuck off. No. Come on, don't give me that shit. Fuck negative time. Oh my god, yes. This is some bullshit up. That is some bullshit. Don't give me that. Yes, I mean, no. Fucking, come on. The music isn't even on beat.
Show me some evidence. You're wrong. I won't listen. I refute you. False. Show me some evidence. I won't listen. False. I refuse to vote. Show me some evidence. You're wrong. I won't listen. I refute you. False. Show me some evidence. I won't listen. False.
Yes, bitch.
Show me some
Goodbye.
evidence. This should prove it.
Broken handbook, baby. Is over. Don't give me that shit. Kiyotaka.
My thinking so far is right.
That means if my thinking is right, then Mondo's the murderer.
Mondo must have replaced his broken handbook with Leon's. In which case, we can just check each of our handbooks right now.
There you go. Finally, someone said it.
Once we do that, we'll...
We don't gotta do that.
Finally, he's confessing. Thank God.
Yeah. Yeah. I did it. I killed him.
Huh, thank you. Thank you, Mondo. You're a good man, even though you killed a guy. Thank you. I got 79 coins for that? Nice.
Bro, what are you saying?
He's confessed, bro. That's your evidence. There you go. Kiss my ass, Kiyotaka. I'm sorry.
I got no choice, man. After hearing all that, I gotta just... give up. Go ahead, Monokuma. Get it over with. Ask for the goddamn verdict.
Roger that.
Wait! Hold on!
No waiting, no holding on. Time for the moment we've all been waiting for. Grab your lever and give it a yank! Who will you elect as the Blackened this time around?
Mondo Awada!
Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
Well, this kinda sucks. This, in fact, kinda sucks.
What?
Hold up, give me a sec. Okay, actually, I think I'm gonna end it right now. I'm gonna let him live a little longer. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate it. Hopefully, next episode I'm not as lost. I shouldn't be, since, you know, I'm gonna try and record more consistently. Keyword being try. But, anyway, yeah, like I said, thank you for watching. Next time, Mondo fucking dies, Kiyotaka cries, and we all cry with him. And yeah, peace out.